Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. This first video is what I call the hybrid tube amp experiment. Here's how it works. I'll be taking my PV6505 20 watt mini head and providing it a dummy load using my Shure reactive load box. From the preamp output section of the PV, I'll be running it into a 100 watt Marshall JCM 2000 where it will receive some EL34 treatment and a different power transformer than the PV would normally receive. Now, from the Marshall, I'll be running my signal out into another reactive load box, specifically the Universal Audio aux. Now, if you're not familiar with the aux, I can make a separate video on that, but it provides a whole host of modeling options, from speaker cabinets to microphones, effects, and all sorts of great things. So for this experiment, I'll just be running some pretty standard metal setup, which is the Mesa Boogie style cabinet with Celestion Vintage 30 speakers. I'll be miking it up with a Sennheiser 421, and I'll be miking it up with a Shure SM57. So let's get on with it. On second thought, let's get on with it after I make a couple disclaimers. First, it's imperative to use multiple reactive load boxes. Without them, you will most likely damage your tube amp. So be warned. Second, it's important to note that this is entirely unnecessary. First of all, you don't need a tube amp to get good sounds, or good metal sounds for that matter. You don't even need an actual amp these days. There's great options from modelers such as the Line 6 Helix to the Fractal audio system to a Kemper profiling system. The Neural DSP Quad Cortex is also pretty great. So there's a lot of options. In fact, you could probably get better sounds, I'd say, with those modelers. But for my own curiosity, I needed to make this experiment happen. In conclusion, I would say that the hybrid tube amp experiment worked as I wanted it to. I was able to combine that modern 6505 sound with the much larger EL34 power tubes and get much more headroom. I'm curious to find out what you guys thought. And are there any particular preamps and power amps that you think would pair well together? Feel free to leave a comment. I'd be really curious to find out what you guys think. Until next time, take care.